Baseball mourns a legend. Hall of Famer and longtime Chicago Cubs second baseman Ryne Sandberg passed away on Monday, July 28, 2025, after a battle with metastatic prostate cancer. He was 65 years old. Sandberg, a 10-time All-Star and 9-time Gold Glove winner, spent nearly his entire 16-season Major League career with the Chicago Cubs, playing all but 13 games with the franchise. Known for his smooth defense, clutch hitting, and quiet leadership, Sandberg became one of the most beloved figures in Cubs history. In January 2024, Sandberg revealed he had been diagnosed with metastatic prostate cancer. At the time, he said he was prepared to fight and, after treatment, announced about 8 months later that he was cancer-free. But complications returned, and he was diagnosed a second time later that year. Sandberg's influence extended beyond the diamond. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2005, where he famously called for more respect in the game. Cubs fans will never forget the 1984 season when his 2-home-run performance against the Cardinals became known as the Sandberg Game, a defining moment in both his career and the franchise's history. The Cubs released a statement honoring his memory, calling him a cornerstone of the Cubs' legacy and a role model whose professionalism set a standard on and off the field. Tributes have poured in from across the baseball world, including former teammates, opponents, and fans. As the sport reflects on Sandberg's life and career, one thing is clear: his legacy will forever be woven into the fabric of baseball. A leader, a champion, and a Hall of Famer, Ryne Sandberg will be deeply missed. UPS beat analyst expectations, but refused to look ahead. On Tuesday, United Parcel Service reported that its quarterly revenue fell 2.7% to $21.22 billion, slightly edging past Wall Street's average forecast of $20.85 billion. Despite that narrow win, the company withheld guidance for fiscal year 2025, citing economic uncertainty and rising operational costs. The earnings report reflects a cooling demand for shipping services, as e-commerce growth slows and fuel costs remain volatile. Though revenue fell year over year, the results were not as weak as expected, giving investors a sliver of optimism. Still, UPS chose not to issue a full-year forecast. That decision has sparked concern from analysts who are looking for a clearer picture of how the logistics giant sees its future performance. Last year's volumes were impacted by labor negotiations, supply chain instability, and fluctuating demand in the retail sector. UPS CEO Carol Tomé acknowledged the headwinds in a prepared statement, saying the company remains focused on efficiency, digital transformation, and building resilience into its global network. But she did not offer a timeline for when guidance might resume. Shares of UPS were slightly volatile in pre-market trading as investors digested the earnings beat against the backdrop of withheld projections. The company also reaffirmed its commitment to dividends and buybacks, signaling financial stability even amid broader uncertainty. The delivery giant's next steps will be closely watched, not just by investors, but by a retail and logistics industry trying to gauge where consumer demand is heading in 2025. 17 kids vanish overnight, only one left. That's the chilling premise of Weapons, the new horror epic from Barbarian director Zach Cregger. Opening on August 8, 2025, this supernatural mystery blends suburban dread with interwoven storytelling. The plot begins when all but one child from a single classroom disappear at exactly 2:17 a.m., a nod to The Shining's iconic room 217. Julia Garner plays teacher Justine Gandy, who must unravel the mystery as suspicion falls on her. Josh Brolin, Alden Ehrenreich, Benedict Wong, and Amy Madigan round out the ensemble cast. Early screenings have critics raving a perfect 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and reviews calling Weapons a masterpiece and bonkers in the best way. Certainly. The story's non-linear structure draws comparisons to Magnolia and Pulp Fiction, while its horror heft evokes Prisoners and The Shining. Its finale reportedly goes off the rails, disturbing, powerful, unforgettable. Warner Brothers fast-tracked Weapons to wide release after test audiences heat up the anticipation. Netflix, Universal, and Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw Productions had all vied for distribution, but New Line Cinema sealed the deal with a $38 million package. This isn't just another horror flick. It might be the one that defines 2025. Weapons opens in theaters August 8th. Don't miss the film everyone's calling unforgettable. Former first-round pick sent to waivers. The Tennessee Titans have officially waived wide receiver Treylon Burks with an injury designation. The move comes just 2 days after Burks fractured his collarbone during training camp practice on July 26th. Burks, drafted 18th overall in the 2022 NFL Draft, struggled to establish himself as a consistent weapon in Tennessee's offense. He recorded 665 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns across his first 2 seasons. Now, with the Titans moving forward in a retooled receiving corps, Burks will head to waivers. If unclaimed by another team, he'll revert to Tennessee's injured reserve list. The injury was a tough setback for the 24-year-old, who had been looking to bounce back and secure a bigger role in 2025. The Titans expressed disappointment over his development, but noted that roster flexibility and long-term injury recovery were factors in the decision. Burks will now wait to see if another NFL team takes a chance on him. His future in the league remains uncertain. Hollywood mourns a versatile screen legend. Alon Abiteboul, best known to international audiences for his role as Dr. Leonid Pavel in The Dark Knight Rises, has died at the age of 60. Abiteboul collapsed and passed away on July 29, 2025, while visiting Habonim Beach near Tel Aviv, Israel, according to local reports. He was pronounced dead at the scene. A prolific actor with a career spanning more than 4 decades, Abiteboul was celebrated in Israel for his diverse roles in film and television. He starred in the hit Israeli drama Prisoners of War, the series that inspired Showtime's Homeland, and later appeared in major Hollywood productions, including London Has Fallen and Body of Lies. Directors often praised Abiteboul for his intensity and depth, bringing humanity to even the most complex characters. His work in The Dark Knight Rises introduced him to a global audience, and his presence left a lasting impression. Tributes from around the world are pouring in from co-stars, directors, and fans. Fellow actors have called him a giant of Israeli cinema and an artist who elevated every scene. Alon Abiteboul leaves behind a remarkable legacy of artistry and storytelling. He is survived by his family, who ask for privacy as they grieve. We follow what's trending, so you can just follow us. NYPD widens probe into Manhattan tragedy. Investigators are now in Las Vegas, searching for answers about 27-year-old Shane Devin Tamura, the man behind Monday's deadly attack at 345 Park Avenue in Midtown Manhattan. Police say Tamura entered the building just after 6:30 p.m. and appeared to be targeting the NFL headquarters. A note later found suggested possible health issues were a factor. The victims included an off-duty NYPD officer and father of 2, an executive at Blackstone, a building security guard described as a New York hero, and a Cornell graduate who worked for Rudin Management. An NFL employee was also seriously injured. Investigators say Tamura had a history of mental health struggles and are now working to piece together what led up to the tragedy. Mayor Eric Adams and Governor Kathy Hochul have called for swift action as the investigation expands. We follow what's trending, so you can just follow us. A historic $85 billion rail merger, Union Pacific announced it will acquire Norfolk Southern in a deal that would create the first coast-to-coast rail network in U.S. history. The combined system will span more than 50,000 miles across 43 states, linking Union Pacific's western routes with Norfolk Southern's tracks in the east. The companies say this will eliminate the need to switch railroads mid-route, reduce delays, and open new freight corridors. But the merger would also place about 40% of U.S. rail freight under one company's control. That's raising antitrust concerns from shippers and regulators, worried about reduced competition in a critical industry. Union Pacific, based in Omaha, Nebraska, and Norfolk Southern, headquartered in Atlanta, have both argued that the deal will improve service and efficiency while maintaining fair rates. They expect the combined network will move goods faster and better support industries that rely on rail. The deal now faces review by the Surface Transportation Board, which will assess its impact on competition, safety, and the overall rail industry. If approved, it would mark one of the largest transportation mergers in American history. We follow the trends so you never miss a beat. Follow us and subscribe to stay current. Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry spotted together. TMZ released photos and video of the pop superstar and Trudeau dining at Le Violon, a high-end restaurant in Montreal, on Monday night. The sighting has set off a wave of speculation online. Eyewitnesses say the pair appeared relaxed and spent about 2 hours at the restaurant sharing a variety of dishes, including one with lobster. They reportedly kept to themselves and were described as kind and warm to staff. The two were also seen taking a walk together earlier in the day in Mount Royal Park, though it's unclear why they met up. Restaurant staff told the Canadian press there were no public displays of affection, and the pair left after personally thanking the team. The dinner came as Perry continues her Lifetimes tour with stops in Ottawa, Montreal, and Quebec City this week. We follow the trends so you never miss a beat. Follow us and subscribe to stay current. Netflix revisits the Wild Area 51 raid. The streaming giant's newest train wreck documentary, Storm Area 51, takes viewers back to 2019 when a simple Facebook joke by 21-year-old Maddie Roberts turned into a worldwide sensation. Roberts created an event titled Storm Area 51, They Can't Stop All of Us, poking fun at long-running theories about extraterrestrial life being hidden at the secretive U.S. military base in Nevada. What started as a tongue-in-cheek post exploded into a viral phenomenon, with millions of people clicking attend and social media platforms buzzing with memes and jokes about uncovering alien secrets. As the hype snowballed, U.S. officials were forced to respond seriously. Security teams ramped up preparations for what they feared could become a dangerous situation. Reports later revealed that more than $11 million was spent on added security, crowd control, and logistics to keep things under control. In the end, the so-called raid never happened. Instead, two small music festivals and gatherings popped up near the remote desert town of Rachel, Nevada. Though the turnout was modest compared to the online RSVP numbers, the event cemented itself as one of the internet's most memorable viral moments. Trainwreck. Storm Area 51 looks at the social media firestorm, the behind-the-scenes government response, and how a satirical event became a piece of modern internet history. We follow the trends, so you never miss a beat. Follow us and subscribe to stay current. Katie Ledecky just can't be stopped. The American swimming superstar continued her reign of dominance on Tuesday at the World Aquatic Championships in Singapore, capturing yet another gold medal in the 500-meter freestyle. Ledecky powered through the race in classic form, pulling away from the field early and never looking back. This victory extends her incredible unbeaten streak in the event, making it clear that she remains the undisputed queen of distance swimming. Since winning her first world title as a teenager in 2013, Ledecky has collected more than 24 world and Olympic gold medals combined, an achievement unmatched in modern swimming. What's even more remarkable is the margin of her victories. In this 1,500-meter final, she finished well ahead of the competition, a familiar scene that further solidifies her status as one of the greatest swimmers of all time. Fans in Singapore erupted with applause as she touched the wall, waving an American flag with a huge smile as she celebrated yet another historic performance. While she continues to set records in the pool, Ledecky's focus now shifts to maintaining this form as the countdown begins for the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. For now, though, the swimming world is once again left in awe of her unmatched endurance, skill, and drive for excellence. We follow the trends so you never miss a beat. Follow us and subscribe to stay current. The Los Angeles Chargers are giving quarterback Trey Lance a major opportunity. The team has announced that Lance will start in the Hall of Fame game, the traditional kickoff to the NFL preseason, marking a big moment for the former number 3 overall draft pick. Lance's career has had its ups and downs since being selected by the San Francisco 49ers in 2021, but this game could be a pivotal chance to showcase his growth. The Chargers traded for Lance last season, seeing potential in his strong arm and mobility. However, he's had limited playing time, spending much of his career behind established starters. With this start, Lance will get valuable reps with the first-team offense in front of a national audience. Chargers coaches say they're excited to see how Lance performs and want him to play freely while leading the offense. While the Hall of Fame game doesn't count toward the regular season standings, it often serves as a platform for players to secure roles, especially quarterbacks looking to climb the depth chart. All eyes will be on Lance when the Chargers take the field. If he can turn heads with a strong performance, it could set the stage for more opportunities this preseason and beyond. We follow the trends so you never miss a beat. Follow us and subscribe to stay current. 2 meteor showers will light up the sky this week, and experts say you could see giant fireballs streaking overhead if you know when and where to look. If you love stargazing, get ready for a rare treat in the night sky this week. 2 meteor showers, the Alpha Capricornids and the Southern Delta Aquariids, are peaking at the same time, creating a spectacular double meteor show. Experts say this combination doesn't happen often, so now is your chance to see dozens of shooting stars streak across the sky. The Alpha Capricornids are famous for producing big bright meteors called fireballs that stand out against the darkness. These will be most visible around 1 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, and you can expect to see about 3 to 5 meteors per hour. Meanwhile, the southern Delta Aquariids will also be active, adding even more bursts of light to the sky. If you live in the southern hemisphere, you'll have the best view. But northern hemisphere sky watchers shouldn't miss this chance either. Just find a dark spot away from city lights, look low toward the southern sky, and let your eyes adjust. With a little patience, you could witness some of the brightest meteors of the year. This week's double meteor shower won't last long, so mark your calendars and set your alarms. We follow the trend so you never miss a beat. Follow us and subscribe to stay current. A powerful earthquake struck off the east coast of Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula today, prompting tsunami alerts across parts of the Pacific. Officials say agencies are actively monitoring ocean gauges and model forecasts as assessments continue. Early readings place the quake in the major range, with shaking detected widely across the region. Within minutes, the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center issued precautionary alerts. A tsunami watch was posted for Hawaii, and an advisory was issued for portions of Alaska's Aleutian Islands. These alerts mean hazardous waves and strong currents are possible, even if no large damaging tsunami reaches shore. Authorities emphasize there is no warning for the U.S. West Coast at this time. Conditions may change as new sea level data arrives, so coastal communities should stay tuned to official updates. If you live near the water, avoid beaches, harbors, and marinas until local officials give the all clear. Even small surges can create dangerous rip currents and fast, unpredictable flows in bays and channels. If you're in Hawaii or Alaska, follow local emergency management guidance, review evacuation routes, and keep your phone alerts on. Mariners should remain in port and monitor harbor master instructions. Travelers with plans near the coast should check with airlines and ports for any disruptions. We'll continue to track bulletins from tsunami and earthquake centers and update you as the picture becomes clearer. For now, stay informed, stay cautious, and follow local instructions if conditions change. We follow the trend so you never miss a beat. Follow us and subscribe to stay current. A United Airlines Boeing 7878 Dreamliner bound for Munich was forced to make an emergency return to Washington Dulles Airport after a serious engine malfunction shortly after takeoff on July 25th. Flight UA-108 had just departed when the left engine failed at an altitude of around 5,000 feet. Pilots declared a Mayday distress call and immediately notified air traffic control as they initiated emergency protocols. Passengers reported hearing a loud bang and feeling vibrations as the crew calmly prepared the aircraft for landing. Within minutes, the plane safely returned to Washington Dulles, where emergency vehicles were waiting on the runway. All passengers and crew members disembarked without injury. United Airlines confirmed the aircraft is now undergoing a thorough inspection to determine the cause of the failure. The Dreamliner is one of Boeing's flagship long-haul jets, and engine issues like this remain rare. Investigators will be looking closely at the jet's maintenance records and the engine involved as part of their review. This incident follows other recent airline mechanical issues, but officials stressed that crews are extensively trained for these situations and passengers were never in immediate danger. We follow the trend so you never miss a beat. Follow us and subscribe to stay current. Teen suffers severe thermal burns at Yellowstone National Park. Park rangers say a 17-year-old hiker suffered significant thermal burns after breaking through thin ground near the Lone Star Geyser on Monday. The teenager's foot and ankle plunged through the fragile surface into scalding geothermal water beneath. Emergency medical staff on site responded immediately, providing treatment before the teen was airlifted to a hospital for advanced care. His current condition has not been released, but officials say his injuries are serious. Yellowstone Rangers are again urging visitors to follow safety rules in thermal areas. The park's geysers and hot springs may look beautiful, but their thin crust can easily give way. Beneath lies water that can reach temperatures exceeding boiling. Officials note that more than 20 people have died from similar accidents over the years, underscoring the very real danger. They're pleading with visitors to stay on boardwalks, obey posted warnings, and resist the urge to venture off marked paths for photos or a closer look. We follow the trends so you never miss a beat. Follow us and subscribe to stay current. Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas have set social media on fire after being spotted holding hands in London, seemingly confirming their romance after months of speculation. The Mission Impossible star and the ballerina actress were seen together in public, enjoying what looked like a romantic stroll in the city. According to reports, the pair didn't shy away from showing affection, which is fueling even more buzz about their relationship status. But that wasn't all. Just days after their London outing, Cruz and Diarma reportedly jetted off for a weekend getaway in Vermont. Sources say the duo was seen exploring the area after attending an Oasis concert at Wembley Stadium, adding even more evidence that this isn't just a casual friendship. Cruz, dressed casually in a navy cap, t-shirt, and jeans, was seen holding hands with Diarmas, who looked effortlessly stylish in a white puff-sleeved shirt, dark jeans, and a simple ponytail. Fans and tabloids have been speculating about their relationship for months, and these latest sightings have many convinced that the two are officially together. Could this be Hollywood's next power couple? Let us know what you think in the comments. We follow the trends so you never miss a beat. Follow us and subscribe to stay current.